Throughout this pandemic, governments around the world have attempted to convince the public of a lie, that your freedom is theirs to remove at a moment's notice, that they can alter and regulate every aspect of your behaviour at any time and for any reason. They have assumed the power to dictate whether or not you can leave your home, how far you can travel, whether you can earn a living, or whether you can spend time with a loved one. Laws that dictate every aspect of our lives have been brought in with little opposition in what feels more like rule by decree than democracy. Emergency powers that allow these extreme measures continue to be supported and extended by MPs in Parliament. This new normal is being enforced by an increasingly heavy-handed police force, with fines, arrests and crackdowns on any protests. All this in the name of protecting us from a virus. We are a year and a half into this totalitarian experiment with no end in sight. Freedom and the possibility of a return to normal is used like a carrot on a stick to instill continuous compliance. Yet with more compliance come further restrictions. On the 23rd of March last year, the UK government told the public we needed a 3-week lockdown to flatten the curve. This became a year and a half of lockdowns and restrictions of one form or another. Whether lockdowns have any impact on reducing virus spread is yet to be clearly demonstrated, while the demoralisation, depression and loss of hope in society is clear. The response has and continues to be totally disproportionate to the threat. The collateral damage caused by lockdowns will be enormous. The official government narrative has been relentless. You are in danger, your loved ones are in danger, and you must do exactly as we say to avert disaster. To do anything other than what we tell you is selfish and puts lives at risk. In this campaign to remove our freedoms, governments are using behavioural science, media propaganda and censorship to manipulate our thinking and behaviour. Only the official narrative of fear and compliance is allowed. Information that challenges the narrative is censored. They want us to equate authority with truth and dismiss any urge to think for ourselves. Social media platforms are told to censor what they term dis- or misinformation, which is any views contrary to that of the World Health Organization and governments, opposition to lockdowns, and any questioning of mass vaccination. The mainstream media operates simply as a tannoy system for the government, endlessly repeating government advice while warning of rising cases or new variants. This centralisation of power has been swift and strategic. Multiple strategies have been used to force us to submit to absolute control. Their illusion of power is based on their initial lie, that your freedom is theirs to remove as they see fit. This could not be further from the truth. Members of government are public servants. Their sole responsibility is to serve the will of the people, not the other way around. They work for us. The more we comply with tyranny, the more the noose will be tightened. The time to stand for freedom is now. Resistance is growing with protests taking place around the world. People are standing up for their rights and saying enough is enough. This campaign of fear must end, and all it will take is a simple refusal to comply. A simple recognition that government is not our master, and we are not slaves. Choose freedom over fear, love over hate, and unity over division.